in this occasion, I decided to make a video about women. But those women, they are different kind of women. You know, the women, they used to live 1500 years ago. And as you know, women at that time, they have different lifestyle for sure. Everything is different. And for sure, women at that time, they wish to have somewhat what women they have today. So first of all, happy Women's Day. And we men, we are making a public complaint. That's how come we don't have a day, you know. That's not fair. Anyway, you know, Women's Day, for me, seriously, I reject those kind of days like Women's Days, Men Day, Father Day. For every day should be a day special for you in your life and for the people around you. So I believe it's a shame that we want to give the women one day of the 365 days. So you have women in your life, you have a mother, you have a sister, you have a daughter, you have a wife, and I believe all the days in the year should belong to those who you love and who love you most. So let us work to make every day as a special day, not for women, not for men, but for all of us. I believe strongly that those days are created by corporation just to increase sales, marketing, and the flow of money in their pocket. So be aware of fabricated days. And Women's Day or Father Day or Mother Day is not about a gift you give. It's about an act you do. So don't make those corporations take over you and make you really just someone to fool with their, let's say, creation. Tomorrow they will make a child day, and they will make a youth day, and they will make a divorced women day, and they will make, you know, they can come with all days you can imagine. And the whole point is spend money. That's all. But the truth is, if you love someone, you remember him every day, or you remember her every day. Regardless who is this person, it's a female or male, who cares? It's a married or divorced, or she is widow, or, you know, it doesn't matter really. You know, be good to everybody, and every day is a good day for everyone. Now today, as you know, this is not my topic really to talk about women day. All right. Today I'm going to talk about the wives of Muhammad, because the wives of Muhammad, they have a Women's Day long time ago, but their Women's Day was not successful. It was kind of a try, you know, a try in unlucky time. Let us say it's in a time where women, they are oppressed, and women, they have no voice, and it was the last try for women in Islam, maybe, if I can say so, to make a voice, to speak out, but it did not work. All right. So let us see today what we have about this issue. And by the way, if you have something to say to me, you can always use Twitter. You know, my Twitter address is showing there. You can tweet to me if you have a question, if you have a request to make a video, or you can go to my Facebook, which is Islam for Dummy. And simply, if you do not know how to find it, you can go to investigateislam.com, and you can just post the question. Now, the address of the website will show on the screen, as you see in the front of your eyes. And let us stop Twitters, because it's a lot of them coming, and it's hard to read even. Let us see, because it's coming very fast. So you can go to investigateislam.com, and always where you can get my news. Let us say you lost my YouTube channel one day, and you do not know how to find me. It's very simple. Just go to Investigate Islam, and you will see where I am posting my, let us say, my last, you know, videos. All right, like let us say the last update of my videos. Now let us go and see what happened to the Women's Day 1400 years ago. Should we start by saying once upon the time there was women, and there was women, they were having an unhappy life with their husband, and that husband, his name is Qatham, who later he changed his name to the praised one, which means Muhammad. Qatham was a man who have many problems. If you read my book, The Deception of Allah, actually I go over many of them, but not all over them, because that will make my book, like, to speak about the problems Muhammad has, at that time you have to make a book, special book about it. So in my book, The Deception of Allah, I cover some of them, important ones, and the most important ones, Muhammad, he faced that he don't have women in his life. In other way, Muhammad, for a long time, he is a person who is a lonely person. He's a lonely man. He had no mother. He was born of a family. Supposedly, his father his name is Abdullah, but in the real fact, there is no way his name is Abdullah. However, according to Islamic resource, Muhammad's father, he died maximum 3 months to 3 days after his wedding day to his mother. However, according to Islamic source too, Muhammad, he was born 4 years after his father. And obviously, he was accused to be not the son of the family man. This is why we see that Muhammad, his parents, I mean, the grandfather and the uncles, they took him to a woman far away from their houses, far away even from Mecca, a woman who lived in the desert so she can nurse him, which is really strange. If you think about it, you have a tribe who have thousands of women, and they could not find someone she can do breastfeeding for him. All those wives of the uncles and their children and the wives of the children, all of them, they could not find one woman she can do breastfeeding for Muhammad. The fact they were trying to get rid of him. However, if you read in my book, you will see, for me, I suspect strongly that the true father of Muhammad is Waraqa ibn Nawfal, who was supposedly, according to the Islamic source, he was a monk, but yet he is not a Christian, by the way. Some naive ones, they think he was a Christian, but the fact he was not. I believe strongly that Waraqa ibn Nawfal, he was one of the Nazarite, and those Nazarite, they have a special belief, and they are a cult, like Jehovah's Witnesses today. Supposedly, there is a special relationship between Muhammad and this man since he was a child, and you can tell when Muhammad he get lost, people they find him with Waraqa always. And even when Muhammad, when Waraqa passed away, Muhammad he tried to commit suicide. I'm just trying to give you a brief of his life, so we can go out later and speak about Muhammad and women, as we will see later. So when Waraqa ibn Nawfal he passed away, Muhammad he tried to commit suicide, and this is making me, as a person who researched deeply and read, I spent my life studying Islam, believe strongly that Muhammad is the son of Waraqa ibn Nawfal. Like, what is the reason for a man to commit suicide many times just because a man he died, and this man is no one? You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense, and there's no logic of it. Now, let us show you some reference of the story. So the Abduls, the Muslims, and this is what I call them, by the way. By the way, when I call Muslims Abdul, I'm not insulting them. The Muslims are Abduls because all of them, they believe strongly that they are the slaves of Allah, and that will make you abd, and that means abdu. So don't think I'm insulting them. I'm just spoiling them. All right. So let us see from the Islamic resource, not from my own statement, how Muhammad tried to commit suicide, and that just to show you one of the mental issues Muhammad is suffering from. This is Sahih al-Bukhari, as we see in the front of us. Let us make the screen big, so you guys, I think most of you are old, so you do not know how to read. Like, I mean, I have sharp eyes like mine. I feel sorry for you, all of you. So if you read the story here, this is the reference. The interpretation of the dreams, this is the name of the book. The book is Sahih al-Bukhari. The chapter of etc. Divine Revelation. The messenger SAWS. It's like BMW, very close. Is in the form of good dreams. Okay, the revelation come to Muhammad in the form of good dreams. Since when? I thought Muhammad, he had an angel who come to him, he squeeze him. Okay. Anyway, so you can read the whole story. For me, it's all this story is not important. The story, by the way, here is very funny. It's very stupid. You can read it, but I prefer to make a special video about it because it's very funny. So I'm going to jump to go all the way to the end, where we will see that Waraqa is the first one who Muhammad came to when he saw supposedly what it's claimed to be a man who squeezed him 3 times. He said to him, "Oh, my nephew, what you have seen." You see, Muhammad, he did not go to his uncle. He did not go to any of his uncles. He did not go to anyone. He go directly to Waraqa. First Khadija, and Khadija, by the way, is relative to Waraqa too. All right, so just take a note. If you read in my book, you will find the story where the sister of Waraqa, she offered the father of Muhammad 100 camel in order to sleep with him, which is kind of a proof that Muhammad's father was a gigolo. Because when you get paid for sex, you tell me what is that? She offered him 100 camel to sleep with him, and this is the sister of Waraqa bin Nawfal. And I believe strongly that Waraqa, he sent his sister in purpose to stop that man from sleeping with Muhammad's mother, because Waraqa was sleeping with her already, and Muhammad is his son. So anyway, to make the story short, Muhammad and Khadija, they came to Waraqa and they spoke to him about, he asked him, what you saw, Muhammad. He told him, he described what he said, and Muhammad, Waraqa right away said to him, this is the same Namus, i.e. Jibreel, the angel who kept the secrets, whom Allah has sent to Moses. By the way, if we read the Quran, we will not see, we see Allah speaking to Moses, not Jibreel is coming to Moses. No problem. This is why Moses is called Kalimullah, because he spoke directly to Allah, but Muhammad, he did not. So this is Jibreel. Now, how the guy, he know that this is Jibreel? I have no idea. The man who saw the angel, the angel, the man who was squeezed by the angel, the one who was approached by the angel, is the last one to know what his name and what he is. Until now, he do not know even he's an angel. The guy who never met him, they never saw him, they never even squeezed by him, is the one who knows his name and what he do for living. He is the one who keep the secrets. All right. So if we go down, we will see something very strange, something extremely strange. Muhammad, when Waraqa bin Nawfal, he passed away. Look, read with me, please. But after a few days, Waraqa died, and the divine inspiration was also paused for a while. So when Waraqa died, the Quran stopped coming. That is something, isn't it? Waraqa died, the Quran stopped coming. So this is a very clear proof that Waraqa was one of the author of the Quran. But I believe later Muhammad was able to have his hand on the book which Waraqa who wrote. If you go a little bit before, you will see that Waraqa, he used to translate in Hebrew, or if even Aramaic, I believe he speaks 2 languages. He used to translate from the Gospel, as they claim, to Arabic. All right. So when Waraqa translate, let's see here. All right, you see it. So Waraqa, he was a person existed during the pre-Islamic period who became a Christian, and I oppose this idea. Not a Christian, he became Nasara. He is a Nasrani. The Quran never mentioned the word Christians, by the way. The word Christian in Arabic is al-Masihiyin or al-Masihiyun. So there is nothing in the Quran mentioning the word Masihi. You see, Masihi in Arabic we say Masih. Masih, al-Masih is the Messiah. So me, I am Masihi. I am not Nasara. Nasara is a cult. It was a cult exists like the Jehovah's Witnesses, and those are not Christians. But because Muhammad, he never met Christians, he met only Nasara around him. So the Muslims, when they translate the word Nasara, you know. Here we go. It says, وَكَانَ إِمْرَأً تَنَصَّرَ. Tanassar, which means he became Nasara. Nasara is not Christians. We are not Nasara. The foolishness of Muhammad and the author of the Quran, because the author of the Quran, I understand why he is saying Nasara is the right one, because he's a Nasara. It's like, you know, if you ask Jehovah's Witnesses, who is correct, those Christians or the Jehovah's Witnesses? He will say Jehovah's Witnesses, right? So he was Nasara, and he taught Muhammad Nasara teaching, which is exactly what Islam is about, almost. So what you notice here, that when Muhammad when Waraqa he died, Muhammad he did something amazing and amazingly strange. He died right away, and Muhammad, the divine inspiration stopped coming to him after the death of Waraqa. And the Prophet became so sad, as we have heard, that he intended several times to throw himself from the tops of the high mountains. And every time he went up to the top of the mountain in order to throw himself, Jibreel would appear to him. Jibreel would appear to him or before him and say, Muhammad, you are indeed a prophet. So what the problem? Why Muhammad trying to commit suicide? Muhammad himself do not believe he's a prophet. Muhammad himself is not convinced that he is a prophet. Now think about it. Why a man who see the angel, he speak to the angel, he is trying to commit suicide? And it says that he intended several times, which means it's a habit for Muhammad to go to the top of the mountain and try to jump from there. It's a habit. This guy, he do it always, non-stop. And from here we understand that Muhammad, he have a mental problem, because even if the divine stop coming to him, that is not a reason for Muhammad to try to commit suicide. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Let us say I was in the shoes of Muhammad, God forbid, and the divine inspiration stopped coming to me. So what is the problem? What is the problem? I don't see any problem. God, he gave it. God, he took it. God, he delivered it. God, he don't want to have send me a revelation no more. So if Muhammad is a prophet of God, chosen by God, obviously this God, he chose the wrong prophet. As simple as that. He should choose a wise man who will not fail right away in the first, let us say, a trial. Right away, Muhammad, he is under depression. He is trying to do something against God. Actually, you will see in hadith Muhammad himself saying that the one who tried to kill himself, he will go to hellfire. So how a man, he knows that if you try to kill yourself, you will go to the hellfire, he do such a thing? Does that make sense? Simply, that is showing you that Muhammad, his mental issue is really strong, and he have a real problem. And each time he tried to do that, Jibril appear before him and say to him, "Oh Muhammad, you are indeed Allah messenger." So for sure here, Muhammad, he is not the believer, and he is a disbeliever in Allah, disbeliever in his message, disbeliever in him as a prophet, disbeliever in anything. Muhammad became a kafir. And Muhammad became a madman who want to kill himself. So now, why I mention this story for you when we are going to talk about Women's Day in Islam? I mentioned that to you to show you that this man is not a stable man to be considered as a wise person. We are studying a case of a man, he have a mental issue. It's obvious, it's clear, and you do not need to be a genius to find out. If a man tried to commit suicide many times, he will not be even accepted to be a witness in the court. He have to go through let us say preparation and kind of rehab and kind of doctor watch, etc. This person is not qualified to be a wise person to do the right thing, because you can go on right now and search for reason to commit suicide. About, I think the most major ones is about 6 reasons, but all of them, they are scary. In this case here, obviously from the story of the Muslims, Muhammad, he don't believe he's a prophet, because when he said to him, "You are a messenger," Muhammad, his heart would become quiet and would calm down. So what was the medicine? The medicine saying to Muhammad, "Oh Muhammad, you are a prophet. Prophet Muhammad, you are a prophet. Trust me, you are a prophet." Like, close your eyes and imagine this, Muhammad. Muslims. Muhammad is at the edge of the mountain. He want to throw himself. In the last second, the angel, he appeared to him, and he say to him, "Muhammad, you are a prophet. Come on." Muhammad, he say, "No, no, no, believe me, I want to commit suicide." And the angel, the Jibril say, "Muhammad, trust me, look at my eyes, look at my eyes. No, here, my eyes, not my nose. Look at my eyes. I am a prophet. I swear by Allah, I mean, you are a prophet, not me, you are." Muhammad, he says, "No way, look at me, I'm miserable, I cannot do it. No, I am not a prophet." The inspiration stopped coming to me. I don't know what to do. My Facebook is not working, my Twitter is not working, and everybody is against me. I have no idea, I have no mommy, I have no daddy. I hate myself. Let me jump from the mountain. And Jibril says to him, "Habibi Muhammad, Habibi Muhammad," like the Israeli accent. Habibi Muhammad, because Jibril, he speak Aramaic and Hebrew. Habibi Muhammad, you are truly a prophet. In truth, trust me, Habibi Muhammad, you are indeed Allah messenger. Muhammad, after he hear this, he calmed down and he returned home. And whenever the inspiration stopped again, he would Do as before he used to do. Like what? This guy, he liked the game. He keep jumping. Read with me, I'm not making things up, Muslims. You see it? Whenever the inspiration stopped, the Prophet tried to commit suicide. So again, he go to the top of the mountain. Muhammad, he don't like to jump from the top of the roof. I don't know why. Like, do you need really to go to the top of the mountain? Anyway, so Jibreel, he appeared for him again and again and again, and he kept telling him, Muhammad, brother, Muhammad, Prophet of Allah, mashallah, alhamdulillah, bismillah, rahmanir bismillah, la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah, Muhammad, you trust me, you are a prophet. I wonder if Zakir Naik, he was in the time of Muhammad, and Zakir Naik is witnessing his prophet trying to commit suicide, what he would do. Prophet Muhammad, trust me, Prophet, I will take you to Pakistan, and I will bring you the most beautiful women, Pakistani women. They are lovely. They will line up to have sex with you. Prophet, don't commit suicide for the sake of Allah. Prophet, believe me, trust me. Look at my head. Look, hold my hand. No, this is not my hand. This is my nose. Hold my hand. Prophet, don't jump. Let me get close to you. Okay? Look, don't look down. Don't look down, Prophet. But what's wrong with this man? Obviously, we have a sick man who have a mental issue, and I do not need to prove it. It's proven. It's in the front of your eyes. But what does this still have to do with Muhammad? Women Day. I mean, the wives of Muhammad. That is to show you how much those women, they suffer to live with someone like this. And a stable, minded man who have no problem even to kill himself. Many times. Not once, not twice, several, as we see, several times. Several, it can be 10, it can be 20, it can be 100, we do not know. What we know that this person, he is under depression, and he have one solution, is suicide. So Muhammad, one day, he had sex with the women as usual. You know, that if you go to the interpretation, it says of the story that Muhammad, he used to like honey and women. I like women and honey too. So me, Muhammad, we share the same thing, mashallah. You know, Muhammad, he like honey and women. Are you serious? Any women? Yeah, any women. So his wives, they did a strike against him. And this is why I'm talking about Women's Day for today. Let us see that in the Quran. If we go in the Quran, in chapter, you can read it from chapter 66, verse number 1. However, the verse we are talking about is verse number 4. You can read any translation you want. However, all of them, they are false fiction translation. The Muslims are trying to cover the shames or the shame of their prophet. Let us make it big so you guys can read better. So simply what happened here, the wives of Muhammad, they found him having sex with other women in their bed. And Muhammad, he promised not to do it again. However, as usual, the Quran is a mixed up book. As an example, verse number one, it should be happened before verse number 4. I mean the delivery, because in verse number 4 is where where Muhammad supposedly is through that period where Muhammad, he forbid himself from having sex with the slaves, women, and etc., and prostitute, etc. So, but we find it verse number 1, when the fact what happened before is coming after. That's why I say the Quran is a messed up book. It's not really written in the way it was supposedly made. It's written in the way Uthman, he wanted to make the story come. So this verse should be at the end of of the story, not in the beginning of the story, because after he promised not to have sex with those women no more, Allah, he sent him this verse, verse number 1, saying to him, why you are forbidding yourself from having sex with women when they are lawful for you? And I'm not sure how they are lawful for him, because if you read in the Quran, it says the word ma malakat aymanakum. Malakat aymanakum, according to the Islamic logic, is the women who you enslave from war. You can rape them even if they are married. But nowhere in the Quran it says you can have sex with just a slave, as a word slave. Malakatul Yamin, according to the Islamic fiqh, is the slave from war. So where in the Quran it says to him, it's lawful for you, it's a fabrication. Because the women we are talking about, the women who was the story is about, he was sleeping with, it was a gift. It was not a woman slave from war. She was a gift. This is merely the code. All right. So Muhammad, he was caught in the bed sleeping with her. His women, his wives, they made a strike, and this is what we see here in the story. There's two parties of his women. His wives, they've been divided to two big parties. Let us say there's two strong women between the wives of Muhammad, Republican and Democrat. The Republican, I don't know how to find the name, but I can find the Democrat, Hillary Clinton. She was one of the wives, and other woman is Republican. Let us say this is Aisha. So they made a strike against Muhammad, but the fact all the wives made a strike. Those are the leaders. Those two women are the leaders who lead the strike. The rest of the women, they follow. So there are two parties. Party follow Aisha, and party follow Hafsa. And what happened in this time, both parties became united against him. So things is messed up. So if you read the verse with me, you will see something very unique and very funny and very strange, actually. And this verse alone is enough to expose Muhammad to be a false prophet. And I will tell you why. Let us make the text bigger, bigger. All right. If ye too turn into repentance to him, your heart are indeed inclined. But if ye back to up each other against him who? Muhammad. Truly Allah is his protector, and Jibreel, and every righteous one among those who believe, and furthermore the angels will back him up. Oh, here we go. Oh man, it's a war. The war. This is the nuke day. It's the end of the time. Look at this war, guys. Look at this. What's happening? Allah, he making a threat to women, poor women who living in the house of Muhammad. What is the threat? What is the threat? Seriously. You need to repent because they have a strike. And if you do not repent, okay, so this is the warning here, you have to repent. Let me make it a little bit more bigger. Okay. You need to repent, otherwise Allah, all those will back up Muhammad. Let us see who is going to back up. So we have two parties now. We have the army of Muhammad, and we have the army of the women who they are the wives of Muhammad. In the side of Muhammad, we have in one side Allah, number one. Jibreel, number two. And every Muslim in this universe, including Brother Dakar Naik and Dr. Sabir Ali and the brother, you know what his name? I forgot. Didat. All the righteous Muslims among the world, they are going to back up the Prophet. And in the top of that, in the righteous one, even the angels of Allah, all of them. What a big war, man. What happened? Two women presenting the rest of the wives of Muhammad. They are unhappy with their husband. What's happening here? You better turn to repentance, otherwise, look who is going to protect him. Allah. Number one protector, Allah. Number one. Let us take a note. Number one. It looked like Allah alone is not enough. So Muhammad, he needed more backup. Jibreel. Number two. Every Muslim, Zakir Naik, Shabir Ali, Tomato Potato, Obama, yeah, the list is long. And all the angels, man, the protection is getting bigger and bigger. Unbelievable. I cannot find, man, I want to get married and I want to find all those backing me up. Imagine. Guys, think about it. A man having a problem with his wives. Why he need the protection of Allah and Jibreel and the believers and the angels? Like, what's going on? Is that the war between Korea and America? Is that the Third World War? What's happening here? Muhammad, in order to face his two wives, he need all of those. Something very fishy there. What I will say, I'm really being touched by the Quran. The Quran is an amazing miracle, brother. Think about it. The Prophet, he have a wife, and the wife is not good with him, and the second wife is not good with him, and the third wife is not good with him, and the 13 wives are not good with him. So look what happened. Women are very powerful, brother. They have nails. They can kill you. They can sharp. They can scratch you. You can do a lot of things. They can put your nails, their nails, and your eyes. So you need the protection of Allah. You need the protection of Allah. People, they make it like as simple. That's just women. They are against the Prophet. This is not really simple. Women, they can really do a lot of damage. Did you hear the story of the woman? She found her husband cheating, so she cut his and she threw it from the window. Do you want this to happen to the Prophet? Unbelievable. No way. We will never allow this to happen to the Prophet, brother. So Allah and the angels, and by the way, why he is counting the angels and Jibreel? Like, I mean, Jibreel is alone, is an army by himself. Hello? Allah is not enough. So we need the head of the CIA, Jibreel. Because you remember in the hadith it says that he is the one who holds the secret. So this is mean Jibreel from the Secret Service. Allah and Jibreel and every Muslim, like now we have 300 million Muslims. So 1.3 billion Muslims and the angels to protect Muhammad from his wives. But I have a surprise for you, Muslims. You believe it or not, this is not what Allah said. This was a fabrication you Muslims you come with, because the one who said this statement, it was Umar ibn al-Khattab. Let us show the reference. Let us show the proof. Astonishing proof. If we go to the hadith, we will find the following. We saw this one. By the way, this is the reference for those who do not, you want the reference about Waraq ibn Nawfal. This is the Sahih al-Bukhari, etc. So please take a note. This is the hadith where this verse is coming from. This is not Quran. The one who made this Quran is Umar ibn al-Khattab. Umar al-Khattab, he said, Allah, he agreed with me in three things. Allah, he agreed with me on three things. Read with me, please. Let us go up a little bit. Umar said, by the way, the Muslims, when they translate, they are nothing but a fabricator. It says in here, in English, it says, I agreed with Allah in three things. In Arabic, it says, I agreed with Allah in 3 things, and he agreed with me in 3 things. Because what do you mean you agree with Allah? Who is the one who said that first? All right? Actually, they are saying that. And here the translation is, I take it back. I thought they are cutting it off. My Lord agreed with me in 3 things. That make more sense. I said, who said? Omar. O Allah Messenger, would that you took the station of Abraham as a place of prayer? So who is the one who decided the Kaaba should be the place for the Hajj? It wasn't Muhammad. It was Umar ibn Khattab, and Allah agreed. And he took it exactly as he said. We will see that later. And then he said to him, he is the one who ordered his Muhammad to force his wives to wear the hijab. Umar, it's not Allah. And Allah, he took the verses from Umar, he made it Qur'an. And then, see, and then the villain of the women revealed. And revealed exactly as Umar said. This is the amazing thing. It's not only this guy, not only he say do this, Allah, he take his words and he make it Quran exactly as it is. So I came to know the Prophet, that etc. You know, and then I entered upon them. I should you stop either troubling the Prophet. So here the threat. Allah, he said, Umar, he said to the wives of Muhammad, you should stop troubling the Prophet, or else Allah will give his apostle better wife than you. And this is exactly what the verse of the Quran is saying. It's exactly. And after Umar, he said those, Allah, he sent those verses as Umar said. So this verse is made, you see, here we go. It's in front of you. Actually, in different hadith it says, and Allah, he sent the verse exactly as I said. As I said, exactly. All right? Which means the verses, those verses, very important verses in the Quran, is made by Umar ibn Khattab. It is Umar who threat, and the words is taken exactly as Umar, he said, and the verses came exactly as Umar, he said, which means Allah is copying. The funny, the Muslim is to ask, can you make Quran? When the fact you will see that Allah himself is taking the words of Umar, Muhammad, he liked it, obviously. Muhammad, he liked what he said here. Each time Umar, he says something, Muhammad, he make a Quran exactly as he said. This is why Umar, he says, my God agree with me in 3 things. But what do you mean that God agree with you? Who are you? Are you the Prophet? I thought Allah is the one who made the Quran, but obviously here, Allah is taking Quran 3 times at least, according to the story, from Umar ibn Khattab, and he is the one who came with those verses, and Allah took them as they are and put them in the Quran as coming from revelation from God. But obviously Muhammad, he liked the idea. Umar, he say, and Umar, he come with, and Muhammad adopted. So here Umar, he said, threatening the women, if you don't stop troubling the Prophet, Allah will replace you with better wives. If we go to the verse, we will see the same story. Read with me. Verse number 5. It may be, like, come on, God, he says that. It may be. Allah is not sure if he will divorce them or not. It may be if he divorce you all. All? I thought it's only 2. Because all of them actually part of this fight. That Allah will give him in exchange, seriously, consorts better than you, who submit their wills, who don't argue, who allow the Prophet to sleep or mount, bring women to his bed, to your bed. So what? Be open-minded, sister. Who are devoted, who turn into Allah in repentance. Imagine how bad those wives. Aisha, the one who reported half of the stories of Muhammad, she was a very ugly person. And Allah himself is making a threat. The first threat, there's a war, as you see, that she is a threat to Muhammad. And I believe strongly she was a threat to Muhammad, because those women, they start talking about Muhammad, exposing him. So Muhammad, he feared very much that if he did not take over the situation, his reputation is going to be damaged very bad. So he have to do something, and Umar al-Khattab was the biggest help. So he come with those threat, saying, you know what, that this man, he is not alone. You women, you want to go against him in the Women Day, huh? Allah is going to protect him. Jibreel is going to protect him. Every Muslim will protect him. And furthermore, the angels of Allah will protect him. And not in the top of that, guess what? Allah will divorce you. Allah is going to exchange you with better consorts, girlfriends. He's not even saying wives. Better than you. Why they are better than you? They submit. They submit like a goat. Who believe. You are not a believer. Imagine, this verse is accusing, actually the word in Arabic, sagat aymanuhuma. The translation here, the word sagat aymanuhuma mean their heart became heart of kuffar. You know, when somebody is being a kafir, is someone his heart is away from God. So sagat aymanuhuma, it means those hearts are not the same to Allah no more and became kuffar. This is why he's saying who believe, he will replace them with women who believe. So obviously those wives don't believe in Muhammad. Those wives, they know that Muhammad is nothing but a scumbag who is just a sex maniac who want to have sex with as many as he can. It's not enough for him to have 13 wives in the bed. Still he want to sleep around. And not only that, he do it in the house of his wives, in the beds of his wives, in the prison of his wives. Like he don't even have a house for his own, like, you know, where no wife exists there, so he can bring women there to have sex with them. No, he sleeps in the beds of the wife. And Allah make a threat: if you don't behave, I am going to exchange you, I am going to humiliate you, I'm going to go against you, I'm going to give him better women who they are subdued. And all of those people will go against you. Allah, that Jibreel, the righteous Muslims, and the angels, all of them against you for one reason: because you don't allow the Prophet to have sex around. Shame on you, women. So I wanted to have this video for the Women Day. I hope you like it. You know, feel free, by the way, to download my video and post it everywhere you want. I have no problem with this. The only thing I want, please don't forget to say where you get this video from. And always you can come back to me. If you have a question, you can go to investigateislam.com. By the way, I'm not cutting the video, but I don't want to make it too long. You know, people, they are saying to me, can you make it shorter, please? Because we love to watch your video. But sometimes it's very hard to make it short. I mean, it's really hard. The story is connected, and you have, in order to make a real full point, you have to show things as it is. You have to put it there. Otherwise, you will not get the whole idea, and you will not get the whole story, right? So we know. Let us share with everybody, and let us spread the truth about this religion. This is a cult. There's no question about that, and you must be a naive to believe for a second that this is really a religion and Allah is a God. I can come with tons of reasons and things you will never even imagine, but sadly our time is short. So please subscribe to our website and go to investigateislam.com, and there you will see our Facebook page. Always you can be updated in case you lost my YouTube one day. You want to know where you can find me, go to the website as you see in the screen, and click at the Facebook, and you will see my last update, when I'm going to have a show, etc. It's always the best way to find where you can find Christian friends. At the same time, I want to say thank you for those who are supporting us in the donation. We really appreciate your help. You can find the link for donation underneath of the video in case you like to help. Or you can go to Investigate Islam there, and you can click at the donation option, and you will find it. Actually, here we go. It says on the screen, help us with our mission, and this is the address exactly. You see it there. You can go and you can help us with donation for better work and for better, let us say, achievement. All right. So feel free to be with us for the coming video. Christ is Lord and Islam is false. I mean to that.